Now, Kisii Senator Chris Obure and three former permanent secretaries are among 7 charged in court over corruption related to the Anglo leasing scandal. The 7 who held high-level government positions during the period of the scandal are accused of abusing public office, breaching public trust, and conspiring to defraud the state of millions of Kenya shillings. KTN's Patrick Amemo begins our coverage tonight.
The Milimani law courts were packed as 7 suspects appeared on the dock, charged in 3 case files related to the Anglo leasing scandal. The scandal has been in the headlines for over a decade, but the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission now says it has a watertight case against the architects of the scandal. The Attorney General of Switzerland provided the Commission with crucial documents on Swiss links and associated funds, besides mutual legal assistance from various states linked to the scam. The Director of Public Prosecutions exuded confidence over the fresh charges.
There is no doubt that they have cooperated over the years. Those who have been charged in these separate cases, those are separate and different cases. But circumstances have changed.
The first case is against former Postmaster General Francis Chahonyo, former Permanent Secretary Sami Kyungu, former Finance Minister Chris Obure, and former Financial Secretary Samuel Bundotich. They are accused of fraudulently initiating and authorizing procurement of VSAT products from SpaceNet Incorporated for data network and rural internet services projects of the Postal Corporation of Kenya. Obure and Bundotich faced a second charge of authorizing execution of a deferred payment of a surplus credit financial agreement between the government and 4 companies involved in the case for the provision of goods and services in a project known as Data Network and Rural Internet Services for the Postal Corporation of Kenya.
The ones before court...
Appearing before Chief Magistrate Hannah Ndung'u, the 4 accused denied all the charges and were each released on a cash bail of 1 million shillings. They were also directed to surrender their travel documents to the court within 14 days. They are also not to travel outside the country without permission from the court.
Being persons whose functions concerned the management of public revenue, you engaged in the modernization of police security equipment and accessories projects without...
Charged in the other 2 cases were former Permanent Secretary in charge of Provincial Administration Dave Mwangi, former Finance Permanent Secretary Joseph Magari, and Head of Debt Management in the Ministry of Finance, David Onyonka. The 3 were charged with conspiring to commit an economic crime by engaging in a scheme to defraud the government 40 million euros through a contract agreement for the modernization of police security equipment and accessories project. In the second charge, the 3 are accused of defrauding the government of over 56.6 million euros through a supplier's financing agreement to Info Talent Limited for the computerization of security project for the Kenya Police, codenamed E-Corps. They denied all the charges.
And for the purposes of fixing bond terms, we do request that the court should not be overwhelmed by the figures in the charge sheet, because they remain allegations based on contracts.
The court ruled that Dave Mwangi, Joseph Magari and David Onyonka be released on cash bail of 3 million shillings each and will also surrender their travel documents to the court within 14 days. Former Finance Minister David Mwiraria failed to appear before the court on grounds that he is admitted at the Karen Hospital.
Last night, he got unwell and he was admitted at Karen Hospital at 1:05 today morning.
Businessman Deepak Kamani, his son Rashmi Kamani and Deepak's father, Chaman Lal Kamani, also failed to appear before the court. Their lawyer Ahmed Nasir Abdullahi pleaded before High Court Judge Luka Kimaru to stop their arrest on condition that they will appear in court Thursday after recording statements with the ESCC. Chief Magistrate Hannah Ndung'u also issued an international warrant of arrest for 2 foreign nationals, Bradley Buckenfield and Brian Mills, to be arrested by Interpol and extradited to Kenya to face corruption charges over Anglo leasing. The 3 cases will be mentioned on 18th March. Patrick Amimo, KTN.